Get started, everybody. Anyway, so last week I took a little bit of a break. I had a bunch of events in January, starting with like the format championships event or whatever. Oh, I'm not muted. That's weird. Cause the other stream is me. Whatever. Anyway, starting with like the format championships, and I had some paper events, like the PTQ this weekend or the weekend before this one, I believe. But I just feel a little bit burnt out of playing a bunch of Magic, so I just took a little bit of a breather from streaming, just kind of took a little break. But now we're back. I played D&T in the Showcase Challenge event this past weekend. I got top 16. So I decided we're gonna stream it again today. Been feeling the Death and Taxes itch. I know I've been messing around with a lot of Bomberman in the recent weeks, but was feeling the draw. So anyway, this is the mess of a list I was playing. I was playing with, like, messing around with some pretty stock lists, and then I made a bunch of extremely last minute changes based on the fact that I hadn't played Death and Taxes in a while, so I didn't really have any testing to go on either way. So I was like, I had some gut check, swap around a couple cards. And it felt pretty good. Did very well in the challenge. My losses were round 1 to Belcher, which I actually almost won. I'm gonna be really. I don't know if it's just me, but it feels a lot more biting of a loss when you lose a really, really bad matchup, but it's really close. Versus if you just get steamrolled, it's whatever. All right, bad matchup, move on with your life. But my Belcher opponent also had to get pretty lucky in game 3. They made 8 goblins and I turned 2 Stoneforge, and then they also managed to make 3 mana and Goblin Warstrike me on turn 3. Or maybe at turn 4. Yeah, it would have been their turn 4. But that was a pretty tilting loss. And then my other loss was to Jeskai Breach. It was actually the winner of the whole event. It was my other loss. And I punted really badly in game 3. I think I could have had a pretty good shot at winning if I didn't just fuck it up real bad. But anyway, I like where D&T's at right now. Was really enjoying a lot of the matchups, a lot of the play patterns. So I was interested in jamming the deck a bunch. It's really weird, because one of the big reasons I actually took a break from Death and Taxes. Hey, Moxel, thanks for the 68 bits. Appreciate it. One of the reasons I took a break from Death and Taxes is because I primarily play Magic for fun. I'm not very spiky player. Not going to play the best deck all the time, as evidenced by me playing Death and Taxes for 5 years through the Deathrite Shaman era and such. But was not having fun playing Death and Taxes in the face of Red and 6. This is where I switched to Bomberman for a little bit, and then when Oko came out, and the number one the deck to beat was either the 4-color X Oko deck, the base bug ones, or the base banned Miracles lists that played Oko. Just everyone was playing these Oko decks, and that card is absolutely miserable to play against. I think I hate playing against Oko more than any other Magic card I've played against in my 7 years of playing. So I was still taking a break from Death Taxes, but Okos have actually dropped down. I say that, and we're probably just gonna play against some bullshit Oko control deck again. I see. What's up, Lack? Yes, you've arrived in Oko Rana. I'm just talking about why I was taking a little breather from Death and Taxes specifically too. You streaming? You're not a psychopath. How dare you? I don't think most streamers are. So many streamers are just super deck specialists. At least as in legacy streamers. Imagine if they had a Crusader instead of this terrible jailer. And then we don't know. The jailer might be good. That's something I was probably going to talk about at some point during the stream. Is that I think jailer might just be bad now. I think jailer might just be cuttable. My opponent's going to play a turn 3 Oko, and I'm like, damn, I wish this spell jailer were a Mirren Crusader. What is my opponent doing? Ancient Tomb, alright. That is not the card I expected my opponent... Those were... Huh. That was not how I expected this turn to go. So I guess it's Painter, right? It's some sort of Painter deck. Painter's the only deck I've seen that is really Ancient Tomb Smuggler's Copter deck. Especially with this, like, Lotus Petal. So if it's Painter, we probably don't want to get, like, sort of Fire and Ice then. We probably just want Batterskull or Umesawa's Jite. Have to be concerned about getting, like, what, Karned next turn or some bullshit. They have 4 mana. Karn's pretty scary, so I think we want the Batterskull, just to pressure. Alternatively, we could just, like, try to port this Ancient Tomb. Like, not a bad idea either. Just, like, attack them for 1, port the Ancient Tomb. Yeah, porting these. We don't want our continually have our equipment falling off. Yeah, I might just port and see how that goes. Since we have a ton of mana, I think attacking's fine too. Painter doesn't exactly play a lot of removal. I'm just gonna attack more. We have a lot of land drops, so if like my opponent's a little mana light, we can definitely try to mana deny them. And just hit land drops and eventually like, cast our stuff slower. Sucks if they just go like another Soul Hand and just more bullshit. But yeah, it's a lot better if they have to like play slow like this. Yeah, they need 5 mana to kill me. Kind of like this Thalia. Port denies 2 mana. Thalia only denies 1 or denies 1-ish mana, and only if they cast non-creature spells. I might just port again and try for the Thalia next turn. Thalia loses to Painter land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, they have 4 cards in hand. Porting's probably safer, right? They need. If I port them, they need 3 mana and a Painter to kill me, which is a pretty big ask. What's up, Army? Thanks for the 19-month resub. Appreciate it. Yeah, I feel like they wouldn't just play out a Painter's Servant here. Maybe I'm wrong. I guess maybe playing out Painter's Servant is like a not unreasonable thing to do, because like to try to get through this Rashawn port, but I feel like it just plays into so much removal. They could have all the bullshit. No, this is a 3 mana play. Or 4 mana. Is this Karn? Yeah, this is also the card I was scared of. By like me dirtling it too much, is that this Karn is also just gonna like punch my face in. What did they wish for here? Like a walking ballista? I don't know what's even in Painter wish boards. Do they go find the Painter Servant? How does this work with Karn? It works how you would want it to. That's fun. Just wondering if I can't. Coding. Interesting. Which means we want to play to the board. Which means probably Thalia plus port. That means that the Karn can't just plus on my land. And if they don't add anything else to the board. Yeah, coding's kind of a weird choice. Really don't feel like the game is developing in a way that coding is going to be what you want to do. We play both. Playing both things is dumb. Playing both things just loses on the spot. We do have to be worried that they can, in fact, just wish for a Painter Servant. I think Thalia plus Port's going to be good enough. They would need Soul Lands to kill me, which is like not unrealistic, but we can't really beat that, right? Without double porting, and double porting is going to lose to the coding plan. So I think we gotta take a little bit of a risk here and just hope they don't have another Soul Land or like a Lotus Petal or something. I don't know why we're still in my opponent's main phase here. My internet didn't like die, right? We're good, yeah. Stream seems okay. Oh, there we go. Ooh, Phyrexian Invoker. That's not a bad one for sure. Might just revoke Karn and port. That loses. Well, now they would need the Painter plus the Soul Land, whereas before I attack the Karn down to 2 and they could kill the Karn to get the Painter if they have like a Soul Land or a Petal or something and just kill me. I guess Petal wouldn't work if I played Thalia, but. Alternatively, we could like revoke Grindstone, attack Karn, but I don't know. I don't like letting this Karn continue to be in play. But I'm also concerned about the prospect of a Painter's Servant. Something we're really under the gun about. Wrong one. There's definitely a non-zero chance we die here. I think if we don't die here, we're in a pretty good spot. Okay, sure. It doesn't do anything unless you can prevent your Karn from dying next turn. Oh, no, it does do stuff. Wait. No, yeah, this doesn't do anything. What's happening? Oh, are they gonna crater make my planes? There's no way that's correct. No, because it says colorless non-land. Did they think my planes was just gonna blow up? Oh, they're killing the rover. I'm stupid. That's what they're doing. Okay. It's just kind of a weird sequence. I think this is still pretty fine. We do still have to be worried about the ability to just wish for Painter Servant and kill me, so we have to port them. So it's going to be Thalia plus port then. Nice finish in the showcase, thanks. Yeah, I did pretty well. I was pretty happy. 5-2 was from 7th to like 17th, so 5-2 was just pretty good all around. So if they spend all their time just trying to blow up a couple of my lands and don't proactively do anything, then we're in a pretty decent spot. But we have to get this combo off the board, but it's pretty safe to do that if they're just plussing this Karn a bunch. The problem is if they play a creature, because then they get Smelter's Copter to block, and we can't Jailer because they keep blowing up my lands. So like if they do have a Painter Survey here and we don't draw like a white source for Jailer. Bridge, also bad. Like massively behind. I wouldn't say massively until they played Ensnaring Bridge. I would say now we're pretty massively behind. We need them to draw like another Karn or something. And I guess the 2 cards in their hand already to be uncastable. Or the other card in their hand to be uncastable. I guess even like a 3-drop would be okay. or non-creature, because they couldn't cast it with Thalia, but... nope, that's a land. Not good for me. Yeah, now we... No, we're not dead yet. We're pretty much dead. Explain how you win. I don't know, they like draw 2 cards, and then we kill this card. Now we're deterministically dead. Because they can just wish for whatever it is. Or they can blow up on my lands. They can wish for Painter or whatever and just kill me here. Alright. The game did not go super great for me. That Snaring Bridge was very bad, as it turns out. Don't think any of these other cards are super important. Probably just Council Judgments and like maybe Paths are the big ones. Mother of Runes, probably not great. Sort of Fire and Ice, generally accepted as not good against the Painter Servant deck, especially when they're playing Karns. Plow's fine, Thalia's okay. Cataclysm's like also okay. I've brought it in the past. Definitely it's not a 3 Cataclysm matchup. Gotta feel out what's bad. A lot of our equipment is pretty bad against the Karn deck. Crusader. We don't want both these paths, probably. It's a match where you can like take the board if you're not scared of the combo. Like we were playing it pretty safe there because we were like a little bit scared of being comboed. But like if you can take the board and you have answers for Ensnaring Bridge, that's usually how you're okay here. So having extra removal as insurance to make sure you don't get comboed is usually pretty decent. Cataclysm is like pretty medium, but can beat like some Ensnaring Bridge board states. Crusader's not great. It's like a dumb beater, but I think I want the rest of this, so let's go like that. GTA's pretty medium too. Yeah, you're not wrong. GTA, like the GTA Stoneforge thing goes under bridges for however much or little that's worth. Wow, this hand's pretty bad. This hand is also bad, but I mean, it's a good enough 6. Let's hope they try to Painter Servant me. Like almost tempted to bottom a removal spell instead of this Batter Skull. Ah, nice. You love to see it. Targets for my removal spells. Come on, play like a Goblin Engineer next turn. Or a Painter Servant. Yeah. Yeah. Put that artifact in the graveyard. Nice grindstone. Get the fuck out of here. Land. Not great. This is definitely a Batter Skull hand. My opponent plays a Karn. pretty up shit creek. Did you like Soul Land Karn or like Land Petal Karn? Yes, more engineers. Please keep playing removal. Most I'd have to path this one if they miss a land drop here, though. I guess I don't have to path it, right? Because they need an artifact in play first. They could, like, play... Let's figure out what we do. Let's draw a card first. Oh, that was a bad draw. Path it upkeep. I don't even think I'd path it upkeep. The only punish for not pathing upkeep is if they play a whatever it is. The not Ancient Den, the red one. Great Furnace. And even then, like, how much do I care that they're getting back, like, a Grindstone or a Smuggler's Copter? I think I just want to, like, we're pretty mana short. I think I just want to develop my Battle Skull anyway. We can path it later if they, like, put an artifact. If they put, like, an artifact I really don't want them to, like, welt out. Or something, then maybe. I don't think I need to path this upkeep. Maybe I'm wrong. We could even, like, try to get GTA Online and just, like, GTA it down over, like, on end step, put in the GTA instead of the Battle Skull. Depending on how it goes. I think so I think pathing upkeep is wrong. Punished by exactly Great Furnace. Depending on how much I care about them getting back a Copter or a Grindstone. Like, Karn me here. Okay, a Painter's Servant. How much do I care about this? I don't think I care about this a lot. Now we have to be nervous about if we want it. Like, the GTA kill the engineer line is probably a lot worse now. If they get another artifact, they can, like, weld the Grindstone into play, but they still can't kill me that turn. Pretty sure I just let this resolve. I don't think I want to burn the path on the engineer, especially with this Painter Server in play, and we don't have an answer to it. Might just rather path this Painter Servant. I mean, if they have LED, we still have the path to disrupt. Yeah. Although we're gonna tap out here, so I guess if they, well, they can't get instance the LED. So yeah. So yeah, we can't GTA down this Painter Servant or anything, so I think I just want the Batter Skull. I really like draw land and be able to, like, Council's Judgment. Friction Revoker is not terrible. This one can't weld my own things, right? Yeah. The other one can, right? This welder can, if your opponent has something in the graveyard, you can, yeah. Target artifact a player controls and an artifact card in that player's graveyard. Because it was designed in 1990 whatever, instead of 2019 or whenever this card came out. Let's see, revoking Grindstone is definitely risky here. I don't know if I feel safe doing that. Is it safer? Hold up path. What if my opponent untaps and casts Grindstone? We path the Painter Servant in response. Lose it to Pyroblast. I mean, lose it to Pyroblast plus another artifact, yeah. Plus an artifact, plus, like, the mana to weld it out of play, and also, oh no, just they don't need any extra mana, because they have 4, and it's 1 to weld. Oh, they need to cast the artifact, though, depending on how much mana they cost. How much costs the artifact costs. But, like, the path also gets Pyroblasted, right? All my things get Pyroblasted. We're pretty stuck on mana here. What's wrong with Revoker? Nothing's, like, super wrong with it. They have more answers to Revoker. I think there's more odds we die if we play Revoker than if we hold up path. It's a matter of, like, trying not to die, because we have a lot of answers in our hand. We just want the time to develop them all. So if we died because we tapped out and, like, we could have survived, maybe, like, drawn a land and actually were able to develop, like, the rest of our threats, or not our threats, but, like, the rest of our answers to their stuff, then, like, That might be safer. I hate this engineer just sitting in play though, but we also can't, like, we've locked ourselves in like not pathing it because this painter servant just poses a huge threat. So I think I just want to pass here. We can at least end up putting the GT if nothing else. I'm gonna weld out their painter for their grindstone. So if we path the engineer here, if they have land painter, we die. System to kill next turn. I mean, so did like not doing that, right? They could have just played an artifact and welded in their grindstone. Like it's the same thing, right? It doesn't do anything unless they specifically have like a second painter and like not another artifact to weld for their grindstone. Which makes sense that they don't have another artifact to weld for their grindstone because they didn't do it this turn. They didn't play out something shittier to weld in. This sets them up to just like play a second painter plus a land and try to kill me, I guess. So I can't path this goblin engineer here because we're still dead to that. I feel like they would have played painter last turn. Maybe not. I gotta let this cat in. Dumb cat. You're gonna stab me with your horribly sharp claws. I know you will. They played painter last turn if they had it. Really? Activate grindstone and weld painter. That is a 4-mana play, isn't it? Yeah. Activate grindstone, hold priority, weld in their painter. I mean, that's a play they could make, I guess. It's not unreasonable. I guess I just let this resolve. And just hold up my path for the rest of the game, I guess. But they also have to hold up like 4 mana to threaten that. Hello, kitty. But like, that also I mean, I guess that means that we could try to path the engineer to stop that, but like that also just gives them more mana and stuff. So I think I just let all this happen. They have a Pyroblast at any point, we die, but like we were dead to a Pyroblast. Regardless of the line. Yeah, alright, this is the line that made sense. That they just did have a second painter as well. So this is fine. The problem is that we actually can't path the painter because they have this engineer in play. So if they wait a little... So next turn, they can weld... Like, if we try to path the painter, they weld out their painter for a painter. But then I guess we could revoke the grindstone at that point. So this resolves because they need a soul land to kill me here. Hey, can you stop? Stop. Stop. Alright, so... What are we dead to? We're dead to Simian Spirit Guide if we attempt to cast Path to Exile here. Our line we could path the engineer and revoke the grindstone. But at that point, why are we really pathing the engineer? Just to prevent, like, shenanigans? We could do nothing, and if we rip a land, we could try to revoke the grindstone and still have this path as insurance. We could put in the GTA for mana efficiency and die to Simian Spirit Guide. Burning a lot of time. Been, like, pretty distracted this game. I think my best play is pray to God we draw a land. If not, I think we're just tapping out for a Roker and Grindstone, hoping that's good enough. Alright, that's pretty nice. See, they do have a Simian Spirit Guide. So they're grindstoning me, so in response, we have to path this Painter's Servant. So now we name Grindstone here still. Because they can, we can name Engineer, but if they have like another Painter Servant, like a third Painter Servant, then we die. So I think Grindstone's just the safe name. And we have like the Judgment the following turn and stuff. We're pretty set up now. Please stop stabbing me with your horrible claws, you demon child. They could like Karn me here, but we have a Judgment for it. They might be fetching to like cast a 4-drop without trying to pay a bunch of life. So now we have to be a little bit worried of them trying to combo me again, right? They need another artifact. They're actually, no, they're 1 mana short. They could have killed me there with an extra mana because they could Crater Make the Revoker and then do the Grindstone Engineer it out trick. So we want to cast this Council's Judgment, I think. And that should stop it because we can either vote for the Crater Maker if they don't crack or vote for the Engineer. Or possibly vote for the Grindstone, I'm not actually sure. But regardless of any of those ways, we need to put this Council's Judgment on the stack. And then I'm pretty sure they Crater Make my Revoker. I don't know why they tapped the Ancient Tomb there. Sure. Yeah, they Crater Make the Revoker. I don't know why they just decided to take an extra damage there. Unless they have Simian Spirit Guide, in which case we do die, but we were dead to Simian Spirit Guide, regardless of our play. No, they're just putting in the Painter Servant. Sure. So I think we just want to vote this Painter Servant. What is this 2 mana? Oh, and then they're going to counter my spell. Oh, that's bad. We aren't dead right now. We're dead to any artifact. They have 1 card in hand. I mean, we can't stop it, so I'm going to attack them and hope we're not dead, right? Like, they have 2 cards. And, like, they're going to have a card for turn if we they hit, like, any artifact, we die, but that's my life. Can't really deal with that. Yeah, attacking down 2 is relevant because we turn off the Ancient Tomb, but like if they have 4 mana, they can cast basically anything. I imagine they have any 0-drop, like play Karn minus it for like an LED or something. We're hoping their hand is like land, or like more Welders or stuff. Although if it is like Welders, we're still pretty fucked because the Welders can chump block. Simian Spirit Guide, which can jump block, but advises a turn to draw an answer. Like the Swords to Plowshares. Yes. That is a very good draw. We have to watch out because my opponent can weld out the Painter Servant if I try to plow it, so not a good plan to try to plow it right now. Oh, they're going to weld out the Painter Servant. And then just maintain a safer board state and get back the Grindstone. Okay, that makes some sense. Does it mean we need to plow the Engineer here? They're down 2 Painter Servants, so it's pretty safe to plow the Engineer here, I think. We don't actually die to Karn either. do want to plow this engineer. And also like play Thalia. Yep, cheeks clenched. They're down 2 Painter Servants. I think one's in their sideboard for the Karn. So they have like 1 Painter Servant to hit. Oh, those claws. We really need to cut your claws, my dude. Oh no, we did turn the tomb back on. Does getting this G-Tail in do anything? Wait, we just attack for lethal here, right? Or we can try to. So that's probably the play. I don't really see a play that, yeah, that playing Prela does, so. Shove. We got a Braid here for the Batter Skull. What do I put this Prelude on for? A Bolt for the Thalia. Do I let this resolve? I don't think so, because I'm only going to use up to 3 mana, so there's no reason to. I guess I put this Prelude on 3 so we don't die to Top Deck and Snaring Bridge, is the play. Because like Karn doesn't do anything, yeah. They would need like land 3rd Painter Servant to do something. That was a tricky game to navigate. Like, makes me want Graveyard Hate a little bit because of, like, Welder plus Engineer. I don't think Graveyard Hate's good enough in this matchup. Like, I don't think you want your Rest in Pieces. Because they, like, just don't do anything against some of their hands. It's, like, kind of awkward. Yeah, it was definitely, an uncomfortably close game. Our mana was really a little finicky. When they welded in their painter and then Pyroclasm, I think that was pretty sweet. Maybe Cataclysm's bad. Cataclysm like only really hits Karn. Like blowing up their mana isn't nothing. They like make a lot of land drops, and you can like just blow up a bunch of their mana. Maybe like our Thalias aren't that good. Especially on the draw. It's a possibility. It's really bad at us hacking into Painter Servant. Like, they have a fair number of creatures. They have, like, Karns and stuff, obviously, but they do have a lot of ways to produce mana. And a lot of my interaction is with non-creature spells, so, like, taxing myself is a little bit awkward. It's like... Kata. Yeah, Kata is a pseudo to bridge, and also, like, sometimes, in order to win, you just want to, like, basically Armageddon them. Yeah, Rip's good against exactly the Welders. That's the issue. Is like it's bad against the rest of their deck. The rest of the deck doesn't care about the graveyard. So like, the Rips looked really good last game when they went Welder and Engineer, but like there's definitely worlds where my opponent has like a game 1 start where they don't play a single Welder and like my Rips look really stupid. Almost better than they have Bolt plus Painter plus Red. I guess they have like Engineer, or not Engineer, Crater Maker, Blow My Revokers. Can you stop? Why are you being such a pest? Your claws are way too sharp to be this annoying today. Because I've been slacking. I haven't cut your nails. It's no one's fault but my own. I'm just gonna wait, tank 3 minutes, and hit submit. like these holidays. I think I could afford to shave like $2 for something else, like Mom, Cataclysm, maybe Rest in Peace. I don't think so. Yeah, that sounds great. Lots of answers. Some Mana Denial. Would be better with like an Aether Vial, obviously, but that's every hand. Plowing pretty much any creature they would play here, right? Engineer or Painter's Servant. Well, can't plow that. Council's Judgment's a nice card to have. We play out this Thalia and they play a thing. We can, if the plow. I really don't want to port. As much as the Thalia sets back these Council Judgments, we have the lands to cast them like in the future, so I think the Thalia here is pretty fine. At least this isn't a Karn Recruiter. I'm gonna grab here and like an Engineer or a just a Painter's Servant. Please stop stabbing me with your incredibly sharp claws. Wow. This really doesn't feel like the game where this is going to be a play. Maybe like it's an engine with the Smuggler's Copter, but they also like didn't animate an attack. I kind of want to just like wasteland them. I kind of want to just wasteland them and then also like a Revoker the Smuggler's Copter. Is that crazy? I guess I shouldn't deliberate too much in my lines because I have like 7 minutes left. If they think this is a game where they're like, where recruiting a recruiter is going to get you across the finish line, I think that I kind of like... just revoking the Smuggler's Copter. God, please stop stabbing me, dude. Didn't animate in response. Got him good. Outplayed. Is this like a Recruiter of the Guard? Or not Recruiter of the Guard. What am I saying? Painter's Servant. Yeah, could be a little bit concerned about. Actually, no, they can't Power Blast me. So yeah, we just plow this Painter's Servant and keep on trucking. Guess we'll play Caracas, be on the safe side. Kill. You got it. Welder. And they're not animating the Copter again. Am I just casting Council's Judgment on the Smuggler's Copter here? They only have 3 lands. This Welder can't weld anything yet. Yeah, they're playing super defensive. Their end is Recruiter, question mark, question mark. I think I just want to kill the Smuggler's Copter and keep punching them. The fact that we keep exiling their artifacts makes their welder worse and stuff. Long until we get a Legends of Runeterra stream. Probably a while. I'm not super interested in it. What are they gonna Imperial Recruiter for here? Like Goblin Engineer, maybe? Now they can cast Recruiter for Engineer. They can't also cast the Engineer and then like weld it. There's gotta be a recruiter for, like, engineer, right? Yeah. In which case, we do have to be concerned because they can get whatever they want with the welder-engineer combo. I don't think I want to judgment this welder, though. To think about it based on what we draw here. That's pretty nice. Do you have to watch out for, like, welder revoker if we go get the GT? We have 5 minutes left. They're 10 life. They have an engineer and something unknown in hand. It costs them 2 mana to make any artifact in their deck currently. And they have 3 mana after that. And 1 card in hand currently. Just wondering if we do have to burn our judgment on this welder. I don't think we do. They're like they're kind of hard pressed to combo me in 1 turn here. They would need like 6th mana. I kind of want to cycle this Canopy to try to find more stuff. And just like cast Stoneforge Mystic. Oh, that sucks. You got triple block? That'd be insane. We have a Caracas in play. Yeah. Maybe they're just thinking about chump blocking. Please stop stabbing me, dude. You're about to lose room privileges, dog. We'll kick you out of here. So next turn we have 4 mana. We can plan equip the GT if we want to. I think we're fine if my opponent decides to weld out the GT for Phyrexian Revoker, because then we get a Revoker. So I think that's an okay exchange regardless. We also have the ability to cast Council Judgment if they, like, cast a Karn here or something scary. I'm just hoping they don't have some, like, giant artifact in their deck, but I don't think they do. The way their deck is constructed, they're not like that sort of welder engineer deck. They're not gonna like fucking engineer for a Sundering Titan and then weld it into play. Blow up both my planes. Let's figure out what they're doing. I got nothing, opponent. You want to kill me? Kill me. And before they just get like another Smolder Skulker. Yeah, there's the Grindstone. So they need to have another artifact, weld that in play, and get Painter Servant. With 2 cards left in hand. So yeah, I don't think we're just dead here. Oh no, we are just dead here. No, they don't have enough artifacts to kill me now. Yeah, pretty close, but not quite. Because they can weld the Grindstone into play, but then they can't activate Excellides in the graveyards. They don't have the mana to do it. But now we have to figure out how to not die here. I guess it's just cast this Council's Judgment, right? If they weld the Painter Servant out, they have to weld the Grindstone in, and then we just vote for the Grindstone? I think it's our only line. We did do a lot of stuff. They only have 1 other card in hand. Oh yeah, they could pitch their hand to the... But yeah, then they don't have any artifacts in play. Pitch their hand to the LAD, weld out the painter for the LAD. And then they would need, like, to get more artifacts in play to utilize their welders again. And by then we could get, like, GT Online. Hopefully. Probably vote for their welder. Please stop stabbing me. If they did that line. Then they would have an engineer, and they could engineer their Lion's Eye Diamond for the grindstone, and then the following turn they could do the grind. Actually, we wouldn't have time to get the GT Online. That'd actually be not great for me. They let it resolve. Alright, so we have to go for this Painter Servant. I think we're attacking with this Thalia again. If they double block, I think I'm okay with Thalia for Welder, especially because we have another Thalia. Please, for the love of God, stop stabbing me. Okay, they're starting to chump block. That's fine. I got nothing, opponent. Please don't kill me. You're gonna weld in this grindstone? No. Interesting. You'd rather have the LED in play? Very dead if they have Painter Servant. Right? Actually, no, yeah, we're dead. They have Painter Servant, we die. 5 mana to... Yeah, they need... Well, they need 5 mana, they need a Painter Servant. If they have Painter Servant in hand, they can cast the Painter Servant, welder the Lion's Eye for the Grindstone, and activate it. All for exactly 5 mana. Yeah, we exiled that shit. They not. I hate that welder. Oh, that's scary. That's very scary. This is another This is not a Painter Servant. That's bad. That's very bad. We don't have an answer for this. Don't know what our plan is here. Draw something, I guess, because we can't win as the board stands. They just mess up? No. Yeah, remove off the top, please. Nope, we're dead. They didn't just mess up because they had to recruit that Painter Servant. Actually, they might have been able to kill me there, right? Three. Yeah, I think they could have killed me there. I don't. Wait. Maybe I'm just counting. So we're dead here. We're deterministically dead, right? We can get it. We can get a GTA Online, and they will weld their LED for this grindstone, and we will lose this game. Ow, God, please stop stabbing me. Jesus, dog, get off of me. Christ. Get. Fucking tearing holes in my shirt. Jesus. Okay, so we are deterministically dead. That no longer matters. I'm pretty sure they popped LED with Imperial Crew on the stack. They have 5 mana. Go down to 3 mana, cast Painter Servant. Another 1 off. Because they can't activate the grindstone that turn. They're 1 mana off if killing that turn. Yeah, we're dead. Maybe they'll weld my my Roker into play. I guess they could always just weld my Revoker out of play again the following turn, so it actually wouldn't matter, would it? They could actually just in case, like, prevent him from getting cheetah counters by welding the Revoker in. Yeah, okay, yeah, they are doing that. Maybe a little time out. I mean, we're, like, down more. So if we name Goblin Welder, They can engineer out their LED for the Grindstone, and then we lose. If we name Grindstone, they can weld out my Revoker, and then we also lose. So yeah, it doesn't matter what we do here. So they're like playing it safe, I guess, just in case we like have like land plus removal spell or something. No, then this like plays really bad. If we have like land plus removal spell, they're just super dead. Because then we can like name Grindstone and then also like plow their welder so we can keep our Revoker. I think their line was unnecessary. Could they just block there? Yeah, they could have just like blocked their Painter Server and welded it out too. Or they just have like Bolt in hand. That's their last card, sure. Yeah. Dang. Tricky games. Hard to navigate those matches. Maybe I was like too overzealous with my removal spells. We cast like a Council's Judgment on a like a Smuggler's Copter, but like if we never Council's Judgment to that Smuggler's Copter, we would have we missed like what, like 12 damage over the course of that game or something. We attacked with that Thalia a bunch. Like we could never actually attack them for like most of that game, just for if we just sat there with that Council's Judgment playing scared. So I think I liked our line. Just didn't happen to work out. This hand sucks butts. This hand also sucks. Oof. Do we keep this on 6 on the play? Maybe. Try to draw something. I'm gonna put a mulligan to 6. We're gonna go to 5. Alright, cool. That's how this game's gonna be. Sure. Do we keep... We bottom the Aether Vial just because we're so resource light. Just land, Thalia, Stoneforge. Probably. Maybe my opponent will make like 8 goblins with them, empty the Warrens. Well, that's seeming less likely. What's a Bloodstained Mire Volcanic Island deck? Keep file. What do you want me to put back? The other land? Seems like kind of greedy when we're on the play. I feel like the only way we're like winning this game is by playing a turn 2 Thalia. Yeah, Bloodstained Mire Volcanic makes me think Ant. I don't think. I mean, there are probably Breach variants that are like Grixis, but I think the most popular one by far and away is just the Jeskai one. Hey, this looks pretty good. Could still relatively easily die. Storm can definitely beat a Thalia if you give them time, so we want to kill them as fast as possible. You can also just wish for Massacre, because they're tests. That's also bad. Wish for Grape Shot. It's like not even playing Massacre anymore. Well, I hope they can't Grape Shot my Thalia and then also kill me. Because we have follow-up Thalia, but looking like that's what's going to happen. Yeah, I'm hoping that they just tap it, like cast this Grape Shot for 3 mana and then pass the turn. They still have access to more mana, though. So this resolves. Yeah, and then they're going to kill me after that. Is Tet just, like, not even playing Massacre in the sideboard anymore? Just, like, no respect. Oh, man. We're alive. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Got him good. Got him with the old Moldifor. Hey, sometimes land, Thalia, Stoneforge Mystic gets you there. Wow, we do not have a lot of sideboard cards for Tess anymore, just with the... Never didn't have it. Alright, well, it's a pretty easy cut. Put in this Cage, I guess. So Cage is really bad, but Cage is better than Rest in Peace, because Cage is like a turn 1 play that can stop the echo lines. Although I don't think a lot of hands are going to echo on a lot of test hands are going to be echoing on turn 2, which means that like Cage on the draw is a lot worse. That being said, Swords of Plowshare is unplayable, so it's a pretty easy like 4th board in. After that though, like we still have some like pretty bad cards. I guess we have like this Jailer as our only like really bad card, but I don't really think to bring in Deafening Silence against Miracle. No, Deafening Silence is like almost exclusively a card for unfair decks. I think Jailer is going to win me more games than Rest in Peace does by virtue of having power and toughness, and also drawing me a card sometimes. So I don't think we want to like cut the Jailer for like 1 Rest in Peace. Sometimes you can Swords of Plowshare as your own creature, and then like they like tendrils you for Xaxes, and you gain 1 life and you get them. But yeah, I think this is fine with our current sideboard configuration at least. Oh, this hand's unplayable. I almost clicked keep. I don't know why. My brain just saw the keep button. Oh, this hand's also bad. Yes. That line's not a real line. I was being mostly facetious there. It's a line that you do in game 1s against Storm sometimes, if they come up. Like, I was looking at that plow in my hand in that game 1, and I was like, well, if they Grape Shot my Thalia and then go off for Xaxes, then we can plow our Stoneforge Mystic. Well, I'm also mulling. Stream Digger Throwing Barn. Man, I could have sworn I updated it. Oh. Looks like this thing didn't update properly. Edit your extensions while being live. I would like to swap my live extensions. That's what I was doing. But you are correct. To swap this. Stupid cardboard live. Give me my cardboard live window. I don't know why you crashed. Edit your extensions while being live. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm live and trying to edit them. I don't understand. Fuck off, cardboard live. That sounds also bad. See, good enough on a Mold of 5. My opponent's also on a Mold of 5. I need to figure out what the hell's wrong with cardboard live here. Should like refresh this page, maybe? Hit the button again. Aha! When in doubt, just keep refreshing. Alright. Swing this over here. Death and Taxes. Update stream. There you go. But I don't know. Is trying to mold deck. Yeah, I mean, some hands are like, well, now I'm like so resource light and I'm against Death and Taxes, like. So, like, going for Echo on, like, light hands is, like, pretty reasonable. I think when we're both on Mold of 5s, this hand is okay. I don't think I want to go to 4. And, like, Revoker on LED is, like, pretty big game. I think... This is also one of those hands where I don't think I'm playing Aether Vial. Could also mull the Mirran Crusader. Could mull, like, Land Crusader. That's not bad. You usually want to lead with Mother of Runes with these hands against Storm, because, like, Mother of Runes protecting your turn 2 thing is important, so it doesn't just die. But if that's the case, do I want the Vial at all? Do I just keep this as, like, a beat stick? Yeah, it's possible I want to send back the Crusader, but I don't think I'm leading with this Vial. So if that's the case, when am I playing it? I'm pretty sure I'm going to go Mother of Runes for Phyrexian Revoker, so I don't think this Vial is super good. Let's try it out. All the deliberation, my opponent's just going to go like Petal LED Echo. Oh wow, that's a hand. This Revoker is going to be real good if they miss for a turn. Come on, send it back, opponent. No, stop casting spells. I needed to revoke those petals. Drew a second Revoker too, so we get to revoke LED and Petal. Pretty nice. I hope this Brainstorm whiffs. That'd be something. It's a long Brainstorm. I hope it means that they're super sad about it and not how do we kill them from here Brainstorm. Long Brainstorms from Storm opponents are always scary. Sometimes they're just sitting there being like, wow, I'm so dead. Look at all these cards in my hand that don't win the game. But sometimes they're like, alright, these cards definitely win the game. I just need to figure out how. But I'm not a blue player, so I can't do anything about it. We just get to sit back and slowly wait for the fireworks to fly. Oh, they found a land. What a jerk. Hopefully they didn't also find a way to murder me. Oh, nice. Alright, next question. Do we revoke this Petal, or do we just revoke LED first? LED definitely lets them kill me. A lot better than Petal, but the Petal's already in play. Like, we know that there's a Petal. We don't know about an LED. Kind of want to revoke this LED. Kind of want to revoke LED because they're like kind of hard pressed to go off on 4 cards next turn, and if they're using the Petal proactively to like cast cantrips or whatever, that's completely fine for us. And then the turn following, we can just revoke the Petal afterwards or something. I think revoking LED is better here. Lion's Eye Diamond. Yeah. There aren't a lot of situations on like where this Petal is the make or break point for their hand. And we have the Mom to protect the Revoker too. We also get to Wasteland them if they... I was about to say, if they could try to get, like, blue to cast cantrips. But I guess they're definitely playing around the Wasteland that's in play, which tracks. I wouldn't have played the Wasteland if we had any other mana source. Definitely. But now, by fetching around the Wasteland, they've cut off their own ability to, like, cast cantrips and stuff, which is very good for us. So now we get to remove this Petal. Oh, there's our rest in peace. I mean, Pal Shaler. I think this one's gonna name Lotus Petal. Oh, interesting. I guess that was a possible name as well. I didn't really think about Wish Claw Talisman. Draw a land. Yeah, ooh. I think I might just want to port over casting the Stoneforge Mystic. Probably. Putting them to 0 mana seems like a pretty good deal. They can like activate their Wish Claw, but if they can activate their Wish Claw and like also kill me, I'd be like a little bit impressed. Probably better to play than activated Rashad Port. Hey, we did it. Look at us, taking down Tess. Didn't even need our deafening silences. It helped that they mulled to 5, but, you know, we mulled to 5 too. We're just a lot better at mulligans than the critical mass deck, as it turns out. They definitely like won. That game definitely like would have been a lot easier if I had just like ran at the 8th of Val in turn 1. But there are a lot of scenarios where if you play like if you curve Vile into your 2-drop and like you Vile in the Mom, as much as that like is ingrained into Death and Dax's players as the better play, there are a lot of cases where like, oh, your Thalia's unprotected, bounce your Thalia on your ends, or bounce your Thalia, kill you or whatever, right? Or it's like a pretty big deal that you miss where you have that 1 turn window where your shields are down. I'll take the. It's a little bit clunky. I think it's close enough to a keep. I'm not excited about it. I get 25 lands in the deck. 23 left. Was the D&T playing against lands? It's definitely a weird matchup for sure. Used to be a lot harder. It's gotten a lot better now. Or it got a lot better like 4 years ago when we got Sanctum Prelate, but it's definitely a weird matchup for sure. Game 1's like all about Sanctum Prelate. And post board you get like Rest in Pieces and stuff. What am I even hoping my opponent's playing with this hand? Something with a turn 1 pliable thing. Flooded Strand doesn't really scream Source to Plowshares matchup. My plows did not get that memo. Volcanic Island. What's going on here? Oh, so this is Breach then? No, this is just miracles that just like drew their Volk. Oof. This is not how I wanted my my keep to go, but that's life. Port their Volcanic, I guess. Yeah, Oko lands. It's a little bit more obnoxious. It's hard to keep your Prelate around. Also, they have like Blast Zone now and stuff. What's your blue source, I guess? I feel like they would have played a different land if they had one, right? Oh, I guess maybe I was wrong. am I winning the game that I wasteland this volcanic island and port their snow-covered plains? Am I winning the game where I just cast a recruiter of the guard with no second white source? We can recruit probably just like a Thalia here. How many lands do we have? We have 22 left in the deck. Recruit Withered Wayfarer. Recruiting like just a Thalia here is not bad. Recruit Thalia. Recruit Stoneforge. I think I like Thalia a little bit more here, but yeah, Stoneforge is like not a bad idea. But and either way, the follow-up would probably like wasteland them. I think I like getting on the board. I think our mana is a little bit too tied up for me to really want a Stoneforge Mystic. Like, we have too many spells we want to get out of our hand already to, like, be putting more things in it. I think we want to try to gum up my opponent's stuff. Yeah. Is it Oko time? Oh boy. At least we have Flickerwisp, but we find another white source to hopefully try to battle down its 9,000 loyalty. That's a bad draw. What is short on lands, though? Just always want Stoneforge with Mystic as possible. Because, I mean, it's not like Stoneforge is very good against Oko. My opponent has DC'd, so let's hope they don't come back. I'm gonna wasteland this tropical island. Since red likely doesn't do anything in their deck. Presents material that they might have to elk. Yeah, I suppose. Our hand is like not that bad against an Oko though. Like we're gonna have to like throw away a bunch of Swords of Plowshares on elks, or like if we rip a white source, we're in business because we can just start like flickering the foods and like attacking the Oko down very slowly because it's got 8 billion loyalty. Have I mentioned how much I hate the fact that Oko starts with just 900 loyalty before? I don't think so. Like, if we, like, just get to play this Thalia and wasteland my opponent, and, like, if they don't have a plow or something, they elk their food to protect the Oko. We draw white swords, we flicker wisp the food, kill it, punch the Oko, we get, like, more stuff in play. Hey, the other cat's in here now. She's never in here. Nothing worse than a resolved Oko is when both players all want. When both players resolve an Oko, they deserve it. When you're playing against an Oko on the other side of the table, it's your opponent's fault. When there's an Oko on both sides of the table, it's your own fault. No sympathy for those people. Well, not coming back yet. Don't know where they went. How's everybody's week going? Just started, right? It's a Monday. How's everybody been? How's it going? We get to sit here and wait. I mean, I'm glad. I'd rather sit here and wait until my opponent times out than have to play against an Oko, to be perfectly honest. We going better than Novus Connection. Fair. Novus Connection's not going great, that's for sure. Hey, you better not be knocking shit off the table. I know you're thinking about it. Nope, she's gonna climb over the printer and then climb behind all my screens and stuff. do it. Don't do it. Nope. Get out of there. Punk. Huh. What are you whining about? Your claws are probably fucking daggers too. My shoulder still fucking hurts. Dog just stabbed me. Jesus. Her claws are just so fucking sharp. With all his good. This is for rage timeout. My opponent with their Oku in play. Fuck this Tholian card. I'm out of here. What are you whining about? What's your deal? I don't know what you want from me, kitty. You never want to come up on camera. You don't want to say hi to chat. You want to come up? Oh. Oh. Nope, she's sitting in my lap. She doesn't want to be on screen. Can we move the camera down? The time for the crotch cam. Hello. Say hi to chat. Alright, I'm tired of holding this. Bring the camera to the kitty. Yeah, that's more or less the plan. Can you guys hear her purring? She purrs so loud. I don't know if it's getting picked up on the mic right now. Because she's kind of facing the opposite direction. The mic's over here. She's facing this way. What did I play in the showcase? I played the same deck. I played the same 75 I played in the showcase. It's not picking up. Hang on, let me see if I can flip her around. Whoa. Purr into the microphone, kitty. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Top tier content, cat ASMR. I just, yeah, time to change, time to rebrand. Did they ever change the in-game timers back from like 5 minutes to 10? I think they did, right? So we're stuck here for like another 4 minutes still. Yeah, they have. It's not definitely not 5 minutes anymore because it's been more than 5 minutes. Eight, I think. Oh, we're getting pretty close then. Would love to win this game. Yeah, these timeouts do suck, but definitely not like it's a lot. Feels a lot better when your opponent didn't like salt timeout you, and sucks when they just like DC'd and like you just have to sit here for a little bit. But that's life if they can't reconnect, if their internet's having problems. Just whatever. Yeah, see those suck way more. Yeah, when your opponent's being shitty like that, then you just report them. Like sometimes people just like, you know, have bad internet. Sometimes they disconnect. That's life. Maybe their power went out. I don't know. I don't know what's going on for them. Yeah. Imagine salting about salting about getting 2020, but when you're show and tell. People get unreasonably salty when they like lose good matchups. Is the thing. It kind of blows me away. It's just like matchups are good, but matchups are never unlosable. So just like sometimes you gotta take your beats. Sometimes you lose real good matchups. That's life. Yeah. There we go. Timeout due to an action. Yeah, that was about 8 minutes. Alright, well, moving on. Yeah, exactly. Even your worst matchups are definitely like still winnable. I've beaten elves plenty of times. So like people getting super tilted when they lose good matchups is just kind of silly. So that's just how it works. You don't get to win your matchups just because they're good, right? All right, back to playing Magic. All right, we got a triple here. Let's hope for extra is good against my opponent. So we're playing the mirror. Yeah, exactly. Decided by how both players play, decided by the opening hands too, yeah. There's like some more factors than just like, my deck's so favored against yours, I should never lose. Oh, Wooded Foothills. I don't know how many good Revoker. Nope, that's a Tropical Island. Delver? Rug Delver? What's happening? It's gotta be Rug Delver, right? You know, like Wooded Foothills Tropical Island deck. Okay, yeah, could be Infect, that's fair. Natural to Rug, yeah. Less fair, certainly. Definitely leaning Rug Delver or Infect. Infect reasonable. I've been seeing Infect pick up a little bit lately. It does kind of change what I want to Stoneforge for, right? Like, if they are Infect, we want GT. If they're Delver, we might just want, like, Batterskull or something. Plow's nice against either. I think Blind Stoneforging is just going to be a better play than Blind Revoking here, regardless. Like, what? Rogue Delver might have Hex Drinker and Infect would have like Noble Hierarchs. Like, it's not very good to revoke here either. Yeah, I've been hearing more people. Infect's been getting more popular lately, certainly. I think we're just gonna Stoneforge up a GT because it's decent against both decks. They're just gonna Force Will my thing. Pitching a Brainstorm. Alright, well, we're going to not tutor up anything and then pass the turn. Played against Infect during the showcase this weekend. Scalding Tarn. Alright, not Infect. Yeah, just Rogue Delver. Alright, well, these Revokers suck. There's no other activated ability in this deck, right? I guess they could be playing Oko. Probably a lot worse for me than a Hex Drinker. Also, we have 3, so like we could probably pretty safely name Oko if we wanted. Because I think the play here is going to be plow this Delver of Secrets and cast a Phyrexia Revoker. So letting blind name Oko is like not unrealistic. Because if they just like land Oko, I'm very sad about it. Name Tarn. I hope they don't. You're not allowed to name Tarn. It does say choose a non-land card name. Illegal name. I think just naming Oko is probably fine. They have a Hex Drinker. We have 2 more Phyrexian Revokers. Please daze this. They don't have a daze, or else they would have dazed my Stoneforge last turn. People always fetch in response to Phyrexian Revoker. I'll never understand. It's like a very simple interaction. You know, save Source Plowshares against... Whoa! Is this the Zoo deck again? We played against this like 2 weeks ago. Is this the Delver Zoo deck? Am I gonna name Hex Drinker now? They had, I'm pretty sure they had Hex Drinkers in that deck when we played against it. Rogue Delver doesn't always play Arcanist. I thought about like saving it, and I think they would have cast an Arcanist or like a Tarmogoyf if they were over a Delver of Secrets. Hex Drinker. They're gonna like fucking next level. I mean, if they like played Ogo next turn, it's not a huge deal anyway. Because we have more Revokers, they like make a food or whatever. I guess? I don't think there was like another... Yeah, we played against this like deck like 2 weeks ago. If it's the same deck. It's gotta be. What other Delver of Secrets Plateau deck is there? It's gotta be like the Tribal Flames Delver deck. Like Tribal Flame, Delver Zoo. I don't even remember if they did have Hexdrinker in it. But they sure as shit didn't have other activated abilities, so it's like not an unreasonable name. Fetching there, like, was totally irrelevant because of like the non-land thing. It's not a Pithing Needle, but it also just like gave me so much extra information. Because it like let me decide to name a different card. Yeah, this is definitely the same deck. I wonder if it's the same opponent. This is definitely like the Zoo deck. 3 cards in, they don't have anything to do. Kind of want to recruit like a Flicker Wisp, or like I guess maybe a Stoneforge Mystic would be good too. I'm not a huge fan. They probably don't have it days. I don't think Revoker's very good here. Yeah, I kind of like just going to grab a Stoneforge Mystic. Seems like Batterskull's really hard for them to beat game 1. If they're just on like wild Nacoddles and shit. Stifle. Get ya. Yeah, I don't know what their hand is, but it's really weird. They've just been like really inefficient with their mana, so like I don't know what's still in their hand. It's not threats. They would have played just any threat. They like threw a Chain Lightning at a Revoker for like seemingly no reason. Yeah, grab another Stoneforge Mystic seems fine. They're just like passing with 3 mana up. I don't even know. Attack. Getcha. Yeah, what kind of Zodiac plays 1 creature the first 4 turns? Yeah, I don't know what's going on at all. Assume it's just like all counter spells. Like this has to get Force Willed. Yeah. Force pitching a Delver. Because they didn't have other blue cards. Sure. We have another recruiter to go get another Stoneforge. Ooh, I like playing with Vial here more, I think. We're in absolutely no rush. We're at 20 versus the aggro deck, and we have plenty of cards in hand. We just get to play Vial plus Revoker here. Name Hexdrinker, I guess. Remember that Snapcaster Mage in their deck. They really don't like my Revoker on Hexdrinker. Good thing we have the 3rd Revoker to revoke their Hexdrinker again. Now I want to play a 3-drop, because we'll be able to play their Revoker for free next turn. I don't think I just want to jam Jailer for no reason. I think I'd rather just jam another Recruiter. A little tempted to go get Flicker Wisps at this point. Since Flicker Wisps just start accruing mad value. Revoke Vial, send a message. Not unreasonable. At this stage. Yeah, let's just get more Stoneforges. We're almost at enough mana to cast the Batterskull, so. What do you got? A Ponder, alright. Put like a Tarmogoyf, like fetch Tarmogoyf here. We can just Jailer it, Violent Stoneforge. They showed me Snapcaster. If this is the same opponent, or at least the same opponent's list, they had Snapcaster mages last match. We just got fucking destroyed. They like Snapcaster to Destructive Revelry on like my 2nd equipment or something. It was so bad. Man, that game was the Dream Crushed our 5-0. We just got like annihilated. And by annihilated, I mean we had an extremely close game 3 against like Delver Zoo. Did not shuffle. And And then pass the turn. Okay. I don't think I want to cast these spells if I can help it, because I feel like if my opponent's just not doing anything, then they have like a third Force of Will or something. They can like force me to use the force me to cast the equipment if they kill my Stoneforge on end step, but I think I'm just going to like cast attack for 2, cast Revoker. So go. Play 4 Tribal Flames, 4 Snapcasters, and just burn people out. The problem with that plan is that like Tribal Flames doesn't deal that much more damage than like Lightning Bolt. A little bit tempted to name Abandon Hope here. We've had good track record with naming Hex Drinker so far, so. Import the red land. Have to like fetch to bolt my Stoneforge at least. And then they also have to like Force of Will my GT. Haha! Got him! Fucking wrecked, opponent. Read like a book. I guess we just go with GTA. 6 turns later, face off. Yeah, exactly. Nailed it. Alright, let's go grab Umazawa's GTA, I guess. Seems pretty good against this X1. Wow, didn't kill it. Alright, they're dead. Guess they could be holding a bolt here. But, like, they're still dead. Yeah, they're dead. We did it. What a weird game. Alright, well, I guess I'll bring in all my removal spells and probably board out all these Phyrexian Invokers that we drew. This Jailer's probably not great against the aggro deck. Board out all the cards we drew that game. With 1 card left, maybe Sanctum Prelate. They showed us Chain Lightning, which means they have a lot of Lightning Bolts, so Prelate's not that bad. If we just, like, exhaust our Source of Plowshares first. Recruit of the Guard might just be, like, a little slow. Actually boarding that out. I was really scared of it. Yeah, I don't think that was, like... I think that was just a victim of circumstance. I'd actually be able to afford to board out a land in this matchup. It's supposed to be a Horizon Canopy because it deals me damage. They don't have Wastelands, from what I recall, because they're a Plateau Tropical Island deck. They really need to cast their spells. So I think we can afford to shave on, like, 1 land. Just a land that deals me damage in a super aggressive matchup. I don't think Res to Peace is good enough, because I think they're only, like, on Tarmogoyfs that care about their graveyard. And, like, they have that Snapcaster Mage if this is the same opponent. I keep repeating that because I can't imagine that many people are playing 4-color Delverzu. Wasteland casts Tribal Flames, doesn't it? Isn't it like a red and a colorless? It's just really bad with Tribal Flames because it doesn't add to your tribal, or not tribal, your domain. I'd say it's decent. No removal, which is a little bit scary. But Terminal Vial is hard to pass up. We have plenty of lands that do things as well. Delver of Secrets, alright. Paths, just better than Swords of Plowshares. I don't really think there's a big reason to play the Factory. There's not a big reason not to play the Factory, though. This is the first Terminal Battle hand I've seen from you and watched this whole league. We did have we've had 2 different vials on turn 1 that we've actually put to the bottom of our deck after mulligans, I think, today. They were both in the test match. I think those were maybe the only turn 1 vials. But anyway, I'm a little tempted to just wasteland this Tundra. But Tundra's like not a very good land out of them. I don't think they really have a lot of white cards. Pretty sure it's like mostly for the Nakatl, because like Tundra plus Taiga or Tra plus Plateau are the things that turn on your Nakatl. Reveal Path. Oh, that's really good for me, because they're like super aggressive, don't want me to gain life, but just like getting lands is so good. Yeah. There's like a Tarmogoyf. A Hex Drinker. It's a little spooky. And this gets protection from instants, and then protection from everything. Just wondering if we can just like leave this alone, wasteland them, and then take up this file. Just like flip most of the Hex Drinker afterwards. What are you whining about? Oh, well, we drew more removal. That's pretty good too. If we wasteland, they play land and invest everything in the Hex Drinker, they can make it a 4/4 that's protection from instants. Then this vial ticks up to 2, and they can only get it to level 7 with another land after that. And then the vial goes up to 3. So as long as they don't shatter my vial, the Flicker Wisp outraces the Hex Drinker. It does feel a little bit greedy to do it like that, though. Nope. Stop that, cat. You're not allowed back there. You're gonna knock over all of my cords and shit. Get out of here, punk. They did also show us a path to exile, so they might path to exile my... Actually, we're probably supposed to wasteland this Tundra because of that. Although the way I sequenced this, I guess this is a reason that I didn't want to play the Mishra's Factory on turn 1. Because now I can't remove a spell plus wasteland. And I think I want to removal spell. Probably the smallest creature in their deck, besides this 2-1, so... I think this is fine. So yeah, they might... Although they might be incentivized to just, like, pump up this Hex Drinker. In which case we might get the Mom online. We're really tempted to try to eat this. They have we know they have the path, so they would just path my Mom. Do I care about that, though? I guess they have the ability to, so there's no reason. They might tap out, and then it means that our Mom is safe. So, like, they might just cast Tarmogoyf here. They have a Nakatl, and they leave a path. Okay. Well, that doesn't matter then. I'm okay with this. Motherfriend's getting path exiled. Oh, wow, they just F6'd. Nice. They beefed that one. We have a factory to trade with the Nakatl if we want. So what does this turn look like? I think it just looks like wasteland this Tundra. Say go. The factory sits back to deal with the Nakatl. Because it can pump itself to a 3/3. I think we'll just say go. Rather than like casting another Mom here. Mom plus Factory is pretty good at blocking a wild Nakatl. Level up, sure. No, they can't attack with anything. They literally just can't even attack me here. vial up to 3. Port is nice. I think I want to cast this Mother of Runes now. I think we'll also port them, because they're not attacking this turn. We don't need the factory up. I'm gonna proactively, like, end step one of these wisps. Just, like, reset the Hex Drinker. Didn't fetch a white source. So that Kyle's not a 3/3. They have to pump Hex Trigger if they want to like attack with both. But attack with both, especially like into a vial on 3, is just so heinously bad for them. This thing just has pro instance, so we can still flicker it. It doesn't matter. And then we just get to reset the Hex Drinker after they put like 4 mana into it. Then we get pressure on the board as well. Another Flicker Wisp on layaway. Stoneforge Mystic. These are all just very good cards to be drawing. Kind of just putting my opponent into the pavement here. What do I even want to go get with Stoneforge? So many good options. Assuming it resolves. Battle Scroll's not bad. Getting like a sword isn't bad. Or like GT. GT might be the best choice. I'm not sure. Our mana's like a tiny bit constrained here. Most roads lead to Rome at this point. Cat is attempting to climb through the window shade there. Yeah, GT is fine. You can always go get more stuff too if you want to like Flicker Whisper Stoneforge. You put like all of their like play another land, put all their mana protection, and make it a 4/4 pro instance again. And it's like still not that threatening. Yeah, she did it. She climbed behind the window. She's an idiot. It's dumbass cat. Can you even? I mean, you can't see her because you can see her tail there. She's an absolute idiot. So they're definitely holding up stuff now. Holding up a Shatter then. Because they had the 2 mana Shatter, whatever that thing was called. That'll explain their specific fetch choice. That was a good draw. Of having access to green-red. Well, I could have fetched Plateau and still had that. With green-red for Destructive Revelry. But we also have the Flicker Wisp to protect our equipment from the Destructive Revelry if we want. Or we just like beat down with Flicker Wisp. We got a Recruiter too. Wow, she's just going at it. You want to stop, please? I'm gonna kick you out of this room. Yeah, resolves. Go for it, opponent. I think my opponent is pretty dead here. Seven cards now. I kind of like don't even want to play into the Shatter. It's also like probably pretty free. It gets my Flicker Wisp into play, beats them down faster. Yeah, sure. You can shatter my thing. Means we don't get to activate this vial, though, because they probably won't shatter until I go to equip. That's fine. Whatever. Shatter right now. Come on, opponent. Thalia. It's not bad. We can just cast the Thalia, force them to cast the Shatter, right? Because then it makes the Shatter cost 3 mana. They have to be worried about me playing a 4th land post Thalia, so they Shatter right now, and this doesn't waste mana by me equipping. Yeah, here we go. Hopefully they don't deal 1 damage to all my creatures. That'd be kind of annoying. Okay, now we just have 6 though, because we don't have anything. Our vial's tapped. I guess we can't have 6 because we have these 2 moms up. They like cast out, not Rending Volley, what's that? The sorcery, deal 1 damage to everything. Deal 1 damage to all your opponent's stuff for a red mana. Even then it would kill like, I'd probably just save both the wisps. Maybe just save a mom and a wisp. We still have like the recruiter rebuild. Okay, yeah, they're dead. We did it, look at that. Crushed them. This cat is just all up in my business now. What are you doing? Oh, she's, I don't know where she's going back there. Trying to climb onto that bookshelf over there? Huh? Nope, she's just sitting on the arm of this chair, so I only have 1 armrest. Alright. I just need to manage to get onto a shelf, whatever. The Atog Lord, Rich Shea. I don't know what nonsense he's playing today. I think of every time I've played against Rich Shea, he's been on a different deck. Hey, this hand's good. More turn 1 vials, look at that. Sometimes lucky. Underground Sea. Thoughtseize. Huh. Could be a lot of decks, so. Take the Stoneforge. Probably not Storm. Leaning more towards Delver then. I almost like don't want to cast this Thalia into a Daze. It's too good though, I think. It's like really tempting. If I had like oh nice. If I had a Port or a Wasteland, I don't think I cast that Thalia, but I think the upside's just too high there. Yeah, it looks like this is just Grixis Delver. Really want to just like draw another 2-drop. We don't have a lot of those though. That's 1. Okay, yeah, we just pass here then. Yeah, most of the Grixis Delver decks are like blue-red splash Thoughtseize and like Sideboard Plague Engineers. Alright, let's figure out how this attack goes. Could be like Bolt Bolt. Nope. Yeah, sorry. Excuse me. This Preordain's fine. It means that they're not casting another Preordain. Or like a Thoughtseize or something, because they can't really attack into here. Yeah. Then we get to make a Batter Skull. Batter Skull's really good at blocking these things. I kind of want to go with sort of Fire and Ice, but like game 1, it's hard for them to beat Batter Skull. He could have Brazen Borrower, but that's like makes my sort of Fire and Ice even worse because it's just so mana intensive. So I think just grabbing Batter Skull here is fine. Take this valve to 3. I guess maybe that's an incentive to get the sword, is that we have this Crusader. Yeah, Delver matchup's definitely favored for double taxes. Oh, never mind. We just drew the sword. Easy. Just have both. Now we just get to decide to do whatever we want, depending on how his turn goes. There's a daze. That's probably not going to daze anything anytime soon. If he casts any spell, there's just an opening to Sword Crusader him. If he just leaves all the mana up, then we can just put it in the Batter Skull or whatever. But yeah, now that he tapped low enough, I think Sword Crusader just dumpster him is a pretty good plan. Because we also have Mother of Runes online. Yeah, I do think Sword was probably correct. Whenever I think about those Sword decisions, sometimes I just forget the Mirror Crusaders in my hand. The Mirror Crusader can definitely swing those decisions one way or another. Because it's twice as good with equipment. Tag for 3. Man, I really want to try to eat this with Flicker Wisp, which doesn't matter though. Yeah, this game is over. This game is definitely over. They can't stop this Mirror Crusader connecting. It's just going to absolutely kill them. They can't cast the Brazen Borrower here through the Thalia. Sword. Crusader. Game. Did I kill this Dreadhorde Arcanist? Just kill the Delver. I don't think it matters. I think I'll kill the Dreadhorde though. We're at 17. All roads definitely lead to Rome with this attack. You're gonna cast a Lightning Bolt. Wow, that little respect for me, huh, Rich? Gotta make sure I know about my onboard Mother runes, I guess. No respect. Or something like that. Sit here and like think about these rest in pieces a little bit and then inevitably not board them in. Yeah. Just love better than Silver. Yeah, they usually have some routine in still. Let me see if I can find like a relatively recent list or something. Legacy metagame. God, I love that Goldfish divides these decks so well, so I can definitely tell which ones have Thoughtseize and which ones don't. This most recent one, by this Theo Jung list, actually isn't on the Bedlam Revelers, which is interesting. It's actually just on normal Gurmag configuration. Sideboard, Painful Truth, Plague Engineer, Mystic Sanctuary still, stuff like that. But this does have Zero Turn and Nemesis. Let's see if I can find any other lists. Alright, here's the normal Bedlam list. Yeah, I think almost every... Wait, did all the fucking Delver decks just decide to stop playing Null Rod again? Just in the wake of, like, Breach, too? Like, I clicked on 3 lists and none of them have Null Rods all of a sudden. Just like, everyone had Null Rod as soon as I picked up Bomberman. I'm just like, why? I only play decks that can't beat Null Rod. People realize that Red ain't free. Yeah, I mean, those decks were specifically, like Blue Red Delver splash Thoughtseize, right? And, like, splash good sideboard cards. I think this is fine until we see other cards. Yeah, this one's pretty good. Soft, a little soft to Wasteland here, but all these cards are very good in the matchup. Removal, Moms, Thalia. We're gonna get Plague Engineer, die horribly. Just gotta keep that in mind when we're deploying our threats. Nice, more lands. Now we're not just dead to Wasteland. Thoughtseize, alright. Imagine this thing takes Stoneforge Mystic, especially if there's Plague Engineer waiting in the wings to, like, 3 for 1 me. Yeah. Yeah, no Bolt really makes me feel like there's a Plague Engineer. I almost don't want to play this Thalia, especially because we have Caracas, too, so, like, we could potentially play the Thalia and link up the Caracas to try to protect it from the Plague Engineer. Is it insane to just not cast Thalia here? My opponent has 5 cards in hand and didn't kill a Mother for their Volcanic Island in Delver. I'm not playing Thalia. We get to like leave up removal if they play a creature too. Yeah, so if they do nothing, then we can play Thalia with Caracas up next turn. Yeah, Wasteland's not looking great. They have a bunch of mana, so even if they like daze the Thalia and then play Engineer me, at least we're like pushing through a little bit more of their resources at that point. It's just like floating out really badly. I don't know, here comes the Plague Engineer. Yeah, shocker. I don't think I play around the second one, right? I doubt these lists have, like, they have to have, like, between 2 and 3. I'm debating on whether or not I want to leave up the Caracas or go plow Thalia Mom. Plow Thalia Mom is just so bad against second Engineer. They have 4 cards left in hand. Well, let's put the plow in the stack first. They might like force a will it or something. Definitely don't want to Wasteland here because my opponent already has a million mana in play. Thalia by itself with just the Caracas, I think, is a fine play. I think it's fine. The Thalia's already kind of protected because of the Caracas. So this is like kind of a decent play. It like messes with them. We have removal if they have like just a creature to block my Thalia or whatever. We can path an Arcanist or something, and we still have the Council's Judgment. in the following turn, we can deploy the Mom and still be holding up this Crocus forever. So if they have another Engineer, they just get to clear the Mother Versions and, like, sure, whatever. I'm, like, a tiny bit tempted to Wasteland them now, just because it prevents them from, like, casting 2 non-creature spells in the same turn. Forces them to, like, fetch another Underground Sea. But, like, yeah, my 4th mana is definitely way more important than my opponent's 4th mana, especially with me having, like, a Council Judgment and a Thalia and stuff. They have 5 cards in hand and then, like, haven't done anything with any of them. And they fetch another Underground Sea here, yeah, so we can't waste that Mom stuff. But bolt down the Mom or something, or push the Mom. Brainstorm. I feel like Wasteland this Volk, play around Bedlam Reveler. Bedlam Reveler costs 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wasteland the Volk, if they have another land, they can cast the Bedlam Reveler again. But Bedlam Reveler is bad, they have 5 cards in hand. Yeah, Bedlam Reveler is like not a thing. Yeah. This leaves up a removal spell plus like Holding Crocus still, or something. I don't think I'm super keen on Wastelanding them. Chainlining the Mom, yeah, sure. They have 5 cards in hand. It can't be right to cast this. Into like days, into just anything. There's no way it's right to cast this sort of Fire and Ice. They have so many cards in hand. Just like daze it, and then the shield down on my only creature. What do we got? A Null Rod. Oh, we can Judgment that. Try to Judgment it at least. We also don't need Judgment it yet. We have the sword, but we don't like need it. Yeah, we're like Christ, the way this Council Judgment around days. Big brain plays. Do I add more to the board? It makes me more vulnerable to Plague Engineer, kind of, because it means that it always hits the Wisp, which is kind of a big deal. But it just has so many cards in hand, and there's not killing my Thalia. So just imagine this Wisp is never gonna connect. Which makes me like kind of want to try to get some other sort of value out of it. But it's just like forcing them to answer my stuff over and over and over again is like a decent play. It's bad against they get like daze it to tap out my Caracas and then remove both. I think that's fine though. Again, we're just kind of exhausting them in resources. Yeah, I think this is a fine exchange. Oh yeah, because we get to flicker the Caracas. This is totally fine. Let's say like, yeah, this is nothing. They just like, used a daze. We're not gonna do anything with that mana. Fetch the Volk again, bolt the Wisp. Do you play the Pinky with Lyra? I do. Yeah, no reason to bolt it now, so they don't. They'll bolt it when I attack them. Yep, down. I think we're just going to deploy this Vial, I guess. Doesn't do anything to the Null Rod, obviously, but there's a chance we take the Null Rod off the board sometime down the road. Oh no, my Caracas. They can finally kill my Thalia. finally did it. We played in Playground this Plague Engineer for so long. Yes, more lands. Nice. Now we can like play out the Sword of Fire and Ice and stuff. They have 3 cards in now. We're finally starting to drain them down. Take out the Null Rod right now? We could. Well, they're... It's about the same as playing out the Sword of Fire and Ice, right? Control ETA. I mean, they could just not have a TNN in their deck. Like, a lot of these decks apparently don't. Clicked on, like, 3. I think I, like... because it doesn't really matter the sequencing in which we do this... I think I'm okay doing this first. Yeah, sure, we save mana if they counter the Council Judgment. We don't need the Sword of Fire and Ice, but, like, we're good on mana. We have plenty of time. I'm not going to cast a removal spell into the days. Into, like, a days for no reason. When, like I said, we have a lot of time to deal with stuff. Although now we are wastelanded. Now our shields are down on getting our Judgment dazed, which is not great for us. It's not bad. Man, it'd be really good if we could just Judgment this Null Rod and then Violent or Thalia. I know it wouldn't, because they have a Plague Engineer. I think we should wait a turn. Just kill this Engineer. If we draw a land, we can just Judgment the Null Rod later. Playing out their lands, really think there is a Bedlam Reveler in my future. We're definitely going to kill this. We want to draw a land so we can Judgment this Null Rod. So we're going to leave the Vial on 2 here, in case we do. That wasn't great. 3 cards in hand. They get Hardcast the Force of Will too, which is another reason to play out another land. They're 10. So this is back to casting the Council's Judgment, but like... we have more Thalias too if they just kill it. Yeah, it's whatever. I think playing out the 5th land makes me think that there's a Force of Will. So we play on days right now if we wanted, but... again... they're down to 2 Plague Engineers, so these Thalias are like pretty safe from everything that's like egregious for me. Only get punished by like 1-for-1 removal. And that's not like punishing, that's just trading resources efficiently. Yeah. Now their shields are down for our casting Force of Will, so they'd have to pitch a blue card to force my Null Rod, or to force my Judgment on the Null Rod. So now I think we're down 3 Thalias and a Stoneforge Mystic. I think we have more 3s in the deck than 2s at this point. Is that correct? We boarded out 3 Revokers. So we have 9 and we're down 4. We have 5 left versus... we boarded out 1 Recruiter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's actually close. I think it's like 5 versus 6. I think I want to Judgment this Null Rod, though. They have 1 card in hand. Dead. And we'll path this Young Pyromancer as well. It's a weird game. I just really hope they don't have like a Bedlam Reveler to gas back up. Alright, cool, they don't. At least not yet. It's not a bad draw. Yeah, it's a pretty good draw. Guess it might have been reasonable to leave the Vial on 2 instead of 3. Because now if we draw a 2-drop, it can be Force of Willed. Ooh, that's a pretty good one. Versus if we draw a 3-drop, we could have just waited a turn and then take the Vial up after. We can't retroactively take the Vial back down. Imagine there's about a 0% chance this Mishra's Factory is going to live. But, I mean, gotta get through these removal spells. This port ain't doing shit to stop my opponent from killing it, so... Let's go, Factory. Get him. Holy shit. Did not expect that to work. Tap the Volcanic, because if they have Bedlam Reveler, they can't, like, drop bolts, I guess. Yeah, we did it. Really did not expect that thing to get through. That was a sweet game. That game too I felt like an actual good Magic player trying to navigate through that game too. There's definitely that turn where we cast the sword where it might have actually been correct to judgment the null rod like Darky was talking about. Didn't think about like getting my wasteland wastelanded, and then like we're playing into getting dazed at that point, and then after that like they can hit their 5th land drop, and we have to like play around hardcast Force of Will and stuff. But yeah, the super big brain plays was like playing around the early Plague Engineers, and then like after that playing around the second Plague Engineer and stuff. Like, just not jamming our Mom into Thalia. Waiting until we had Krakus to protect so we don't just get, like, 2-for-1 for no reason. We played, like, the attrition game. We had a bunch of removal, we killed their threats, they killed my threats, and we just made it so that they didn't, like, 2-for-1 me enough times. And then we eventually cleaned up the game. Yeah, some cards definitely ebb in and out of playability. Like I was a big fan of Canopy like 3 years ago or something, and then like I was a Canopy hater for a while, and now I've cycled back, and I think the Canopy is a reasonable card to be playing. Factory I think is a direct response, in my opinion at least, it's a direct response to like the Oko and stuff existing. Wasn't really a big fan of it prior to that. But anyway, this was a sweet league. It was fun. We killed a bunch of people after we got crushed by a painter. But yeah, let's go find someone to host. And then call it a night. Twitch.tv. Who's streaming some Legacy? Who's got something going on? Oh yeah, Card Kingdom. Card Kingdom plays Paper Legacy on... Why is this not muted? I always mute it, and suddenly every time I open up Twitch again, it's not muted anymore. But anyway, Card Kingdom always streams Paper Legacy on Mondays, so I usually host them. /host. A slids. I don't know, but thanks for the follow. Don't know how to pronounce your name. But yeah, thanks for coming and hanging out. Had a good time. Card Kingdom. Anyway, I'll be back on Wednesday. Play some more Death and Taxes. And yeah, I'll catch you guys all later. Have a good week. Say goodbye. Say goodbye, kitty. She just wants to rub her face on my beard and also bite my finger. Why are you like this? Why are you like this?